Use RjwattsTv at AOL.com. Get 3% off. Let's get it. What's good, YouTube? This is boy RJ back with another video for you guys. And I've been seeing the comments in a previous video that I did say I was going to break down a tendencies review on how to pretty much rate a card, knowing that this card will be a pretty active, phenomenal card for you within the game of NBA 2K21 Myteam. Before we get started, make sure to like button, subscribe to join Let's Get the Vibes. As always, how we rocking, how we do. Twitch is in the description below. Go click that, follow up as well. So pretty much looking at my team here, this is my actual go-to lineup when I go into a limit, right? Now, based upon my play style, I'm more so defense first, offense second. So I look for players with great defensive tendencies on top of defensive badges. Now, of course, Bobcousy, Paul Pierce, those are pink diamonds, so those were out the gate. Had to grind for him. Bobcousy can, you know, some people get BC open packs to get Bobcousy because you got to exchange for Bobcousy. But Gary Payton, you had to lock in the set in order to get him. Now, a lot of questions were, is Gary Payton worth it? You know, is it too early to pull the trigger on locking him in? Well, in my opinion, for my defensive playstyle, yes. And I'm gonna show you why. Looking at this card right here, like I stated before, and I talked in the previous video about the badges that he has. He has a lot of the defensive badges, right? But that's not the case. Like, the stats, they do matter because he does come up with a perimeter defense of a 94. I put a shoe on him that gave him +3, which gives him a 97. Now, on top of that, he gets a 97 steal as well. The tendencies is what really matters. If you go over again, you'll see tendencies. Now, a lot of these are what this player can do the most of, and you can get the best results from. So pretty much driving layup tendencies at a 42. It's not, you know, he can hit a couple of those contested. He has a spin layup tendency at a 90. I haven't tried that yet. I want to see how active he is with the spin layup and how good it is for him. His hop step layup tendency is a 94. Euros at 90. Floater is a 92. Him mainly spotting up shooting the 3 is a 46. So it's like he can still hit the 3 ball, but that's not something that he normally does. Contested jump shot mid-range tendencies at a 54. His biggest thing is the triple threat jab step. So put him in the isolation. If you guys know what a triple threat is, you're standing still, you're just flicking the stick left or right, giving him that triple threat animation. He pretty much has that jab step tendency where I'm pretty sure he'll be more quick off of that that one jab. His driving tendency is a 90, which definitely he gets to the paint a lot. I definitely see that being a move for him that when I'm using him. The biggest thing for me, like I said, is defense. When I go to defense down here, right, 96 pass interception, 98 on ball steal tendency, meaning that this card gets bumpy. If you guys seen in the previous video how Zion was trying to dribble around Gary Payton, how Gary Payton was like getting boxy, was literally stopping him on the dime and picking up his dribble. That's what those tendencies does. It shows you the pinpoint on this player is gonna play this much defense, try to go for the steal, especially in the lanes. He's definitely gonna try to go for the steal. Even the AIs, so pretty much the tendencies take over with the AIs as well. Now, that's just Gary Payton itself. Let's look at Bobcousy so you can see the difference between Gary Payton and Bobcousy, right? So Bobcousy, just look at his offensive tendencies compared to his defensive ones. Driving dunk is at an 80, but he's not dunking. Spin layup is at a 99. Floater is a 97. He does have Hall of Fame with that one as well. Also, as well as in triple threat pump fake. So he does have that nice triple threat pump fake move if you guys know how to do that. But as you can see, a lot of this says 0, which he's not doing post hooks and all that. Dribble hesitation tendencies at 88. Driving half spin is a 91. Driving in and out is a 91. Also, as well as in looking at the defensive tendencies, now you can see compared to Gary Payton, he has a 18 on ball. 18 on ball, to where he's really not going for that many steals. You can probably get a bump steal from him, but he's not going for that many steals, playing a little bit aggressive. He is a smaller guard, so I can definitely understand and see that. He doesn't weigh that much, and I don't think he has that much strength. Let me see his strength on his actual attribute. The strength, he has a 56, so that makes sense with him having a 56 strength. His on-ball tendency is going to be lower than normal. But let's look at somebody like at the small forward position of, let's say Paul Pierce first before I go to Clay. Paul Pierce, you know, he has Clamps Gold. He does have Clamps Gold. Like I said, that badge does matter as well, but what really matters is the tendencies. And just looking here, when you're reading these tendencies, just make sure you pay attention to what these cards can do the best of, and then that way you can adapt in the game what you can do. And that goes for offense and defense and dribbling, because you know they do have isolation, post up, dribble moves, which you can do. See, dribble hesitation for Paul Pierce, no driving dribble move tendency. He has a 99 on. But you know, isolation versus a poor defender tendency. If you ever pay attention to that one, isolation versus a poor defender tendency, meaning that let's say if Bobcousy was sticking Paul Pierce, easily Paul Pierce is taking Bobcousy to the rim, because the poor defensive tendency, Cousy doesn't have that. So you have to pay attention to stuff like that. But looking at Paul Pierce's tendency, he has a 66 on ball. He comes with a pass interception of 58, contest shot at a 62. You know, the take charge tendencies of 68. I like to take a lot of charges because you know a lot of people just like to run up the gun. But let's look at the big man himself, Ben Wallace, you know, as he's a dominant center in the paint with a lot of defensive badges as well. You know, he doesn't come with the clamps, of course, because really not right now. You don't need the clamps on the big. It'd be perfect to put him on a big, but right now kind of don't need it. But with the tendencies, he's not gonna have that many offensive tendencies, I know that, but defensive wise, he's definitely gonna have a stack of defensive tendencies, I bet. So looking at here, on ball 64, shot contest 75, block shot 70, which is not bad. He has he has decent tendencies. It's not bad at all. Roll, see right here, playbook, roll versus pop. You know, roll 99% of the time with Ben Wallace. He's good on the pick and roll. He's definitely good on the pick and rolls right there, as you can see. Attack strong on the drive tendency. Looks like Ben Wallace has a nice attack to the drive when he's isolating, put him in isolation against the center or something like that. His driving dunk is 100 and flashy dunk is 100. I don't know why Ben is doing flashy dunks, but just know that he can get to that rim and he can go crazy underneath the paint. Another one that I can look at that's going to be a beast that I definitely recommend for myself picking up was Dennis Johnson. Dennis Johnson did get Hall of Fame clamps, right? This is a key. Here it is, Hall of Fame clamps, on top of having a 93 perimeter defense. Looking at his tendencies for defense wise, he comes with a 66 on ball, but pass interception at a 70. So that is decent, not bad. But GP is still clamping more people than Dennis Johnson would. Dennis Johnson can play defense. Don't get it twisted. He definitely get that Hall of Fame clamps pretty much overrides the tendencies a little bit, but don't get it twisted. Dennis Johnson can still do the moves for you. He can go crazy and pretty much play the defense that you need. So pretty much I base my team around defense. Offense, like I can see Dennis Johnson is not really so much good with the offense of trying to get stuff off. Like look here at his, look at his shooting. Look at the tendencies on the shooting. It's not that much. Spin layup at a 77, hop step at an 81, Euro step at an 86, floater at an 85. Shooting a mid range is at 80. So it's like Dennis Johnson mainly, you know, if you can get to the rim, do that layup, but at the same time, you want to try to create and get an open mid range shot with Dennis Johnson. 3 ball spot up is an 8. So you rare that you would hit one, but I think he has a little bit of attributes to even hit a 3. Let me see, what's his 3 ball on actually? 3 ball is a 60. So it's commonly, you know, on the slim side that you'll hit a 3 with Dennis Johnson. But, you know, I just wanted to explain to you guys, how can you guys read tendencies? I know you guys been asking like, yo, you know, people talk about tendencies, but you don't understand what it is. But this is what tendencies mean for your players, for your use, for your gameplay, for you to use within a game and unlimited and whatever you're playing within 2K21. Like I said, I want to show you guys this video. If you guys want to see, like, you know, if you guys want to see when I do player reviews, me break down tendencies on top of the players and then show you gameplay, I'll do that as well. But let me know in your comment section below, what do you think about tendencies? What do you know about tendencies? And if you didn't know about tendencies, what are you going to start looking at going into your cars? And will you revamp your team now that you're going to be looking at tendencies? This is where RJ signing out. Like, subscribe, comment. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Yeah. Get back. Play defense. Let's get it. Cut that off. Cut that off, Playboy. Oh my God, look at the defense, man. You gonna post up? Yeah, you ain't coming here like that. Steal. Oh yes, sir. Let us see that. Oh, we on that. Look at Ben. Look at, oh my God, it could possibly some big gameplay for y'all.